As Vinny said, it's about 17 degrees already, which is nice. It will get quite warm this afternoon. The pitch should have plenty in it for the bowlers, for the seamers. I'm seeing there's a little bit of turn for the spin bowler as well. It's Wade Rahman to open. Just been dabbed down there by Hilal Ahmed, down to third man for a single. The two opening batsmen, Hilal Ahmed and Owen Ashraf, a lot of experience there. The skipper and wicket keepers. Hilal's been actually both of them been around the national team here for quite a while, and really struggled for form a little bit last year, but he seems to be getting his touch back. He can be devastating as well, as can this man Arun. Comes the bowler again. So he's beaten him outside off stump. It's a good ball. It's a great ball first up to the new batsman. Just left him a bit. There's a short cover in. There's relatively short mid-wicket. Got a man back at long on, and also a third man. No long off. Talia, the security dog, hasn't gone off at the long off yet. That's just dab down to Gully for a single. It's good running, good communication between these two. Over Hilal, probably in his early years, he's involved in more run-outs than anybody, I think, in the Czech leagues. He's also very susceptible to LBW. So he does come across the pitch quite a bit. He does also bat out of his crease, and he charges quite a lot, really. Just pushed out the point for a single. Well taken run. Very watchful so far, the Kings. Two of the oldest clubs in the Czech Republic. Actually, Bohemians were started, I think, by Scott Page. The late Scott Page. This ground was named after as an offshoot of PCC quite a few years ago. This one's hit down the ground. Just got a long on. He does very well. Bit of a stray bounce there. Throw comes in. They come back easily for two. Took a bobble right at the end, so he got right behind it there. It's Sarab Kakaria out on the long on boundary. It's been a pretty good start here from Bohemians. Kings just very watchful so far. Down leg side, just tucked around the corner. There's a man down there, just be one. That's the end of the over. No wicket for 6. The first over for PCC Kings. And so just very watchful, just trying too many things, not taking too many risks. Be Sarab Kakaria to bowl next. He took quite a few wickets last week. I think he took a fourfer in one game. He's been good. He's been consistent. Javedic bowls down here at long off. Talia is very quiet. She was chasing her hair before and a little puffed out. But she's very watchful. She's got a job to do. Comes the bowler outside off stump. It's been hit through the cover region, and that'll be 4. That's the first boundary of the day. Nice shot there from Arun. Just about outside off stump. Would have been called a wide, and there's a lovely cover drive there from Arun. Let's see what the bowler can come up with. There's no real pace on the ball. Does get quite a few wickets though. It's just been prodded down. Comfortable single, nice running. Vinny always mentions that 1 or 2 boundaries an over gets you to around that 10 to 12 mark at least. And it's they've got their 1 boundary for the over. 12 and overs are good going. It's just been dabbed down through the covers. It's gone through the field. It should come back for 2 and they do comfortably. It's a good start here from PCC. Very risk-free. Bowling hasn't been bad either. Keeps the seam nice and straight, the bowler. Comes in again. This one's hit over the top, and it's actually didn't quite get hold of it. Just got a single. And for the big shot there, Hilly, there's a man back in Strabadic bowl at here at long off. He's being scared every time Talia goes off at him. But the long one is not there. It's been dabbed down. It's just a single. There's no one at long on. So obviously the skipper Javed has said to his bowler to bowl an offside line, which you've seen quite a bit. He's getting close to that line, just outside the offside channel. He comes in again. Please hit that just to point, just a forward point actually, just for a single. Didn't quite get hold of it. Good feeling close in just to dab it down. And please welcome to the commentary tent, commentary igloo, Vinny Sander.
Good morning, Danny. It's great to be in the igloo. Although we don't really need an igloo today. It's not cold at all. Beautiful day. It's like I've stepped into a parallel universe. And well, this ground always looks good. Probably didn't feel particularly comfortable at times last week with the wind and the cold. But yeah, it's nice, and it's nice to see Talia and Oki here again for a new week.
And us.
Yeah, we're here. And you can see.
Vinny in his,
left all my jackets at home today as well.
Except for the Richie Benno jacket.
A bit of a tribute. Got the very summery vibe to what I'm wearing today. Summer's on the way, and I'm excited about that. And also excited about the second week of cricket here as well. And Bohemian had a mixed time, still slightly undermanned.
Just edged past the keeper. It's not the most mobile Pratap, and didn't follow that one. It was just edged, pushed really by Hillel.
It's been a positive start though from the Kings, hasn't it? Had a bit of a break. I can tell you they're raring to go. Just walked past their bench before.
It's a good bounce there from the bowler. I don't quite know what Pratap was doing. Maybe he was trying to get a stumping.
Yeah, we advanced down the pitch a little bit. I mean, you're going to have to be really quick, and you need everyone to be dozing if you're going to get one of these. Like we have seen it before.
It's just poked out to the covers, and no run there.
Tali's very excitable this morning. Not even just the ones hit down the ground. Pretty much any ball that's hit at the moment.
She's had a good break from for a day, and she hasn't been at the cricket. She's got very defensive. She's very protective of this igloo, and get back to that in a moment. The bowler coming in. It's been dabbed down through the gully area. It's running nicely, and that'll be 4. That's shows you how much quicker this ground is. That would have hung up, I think, on Friday or Saturday.
I certainly agree with that. It has a bit of a trim and no dew whatsoever on the surface this morning. And already we're up to 16 or 17 degrees. We expect to get up to 27 today. So beautiful day for cricket. Good conditions for batting.
It's just been hit to the ground by Aaron. Yeah, on Friday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon, when Stan, the from our video team, was trying to pack up the igloo, she was barking at him, and she's been hanging around Stan the whole time, and anytime he went in to try to dismantle anything, that's when we hit straight. It'll be 4, beautifully timed, and just wide of the man at cover, and just wide of them at Javed Iqbal there at long off. That's another boundary. Yeah, she got very defensive and was quite aggressive actually. So what are you doing in here taking this gear? This is my job, I'm protecting it.
Very territorial.
She's doing a very good job. She's there. She's a bit like sitting a bit like the Sphinx at the moment, just looking out very watchfully at all the players. If anyone comes too close, that's when you get a bit of a bark from Talia.
Yeah, it seems like it. And look, it's been a pretty good power play as well for the PCC Kings. They move along to 25 without loss after 3 overs, and very positive start. Ominous signs from the Kings so far when you consider the players they have at their disposal. We haven't seen at the crease yet.
Yeah, they've added Surya Rankarajan. He's a leg spin bowler, can also bat. Just down leg side, he's actually looking a pretty good touch. Gilly, he's not hit a big shot yet. He's very strong square of the wicket, so anything short is right onto it. There's no one back there. Plus he's also a very good straight.
Say hello to everyone in the YouTube chat as well this morning. BCN European Cricket Network.
This one's into the gap again. They should run for 4 as well. They've given up the chase, and that's a nice shot just over the top there from Arun. And they'll have to plug that hole. I think he's got a lot of runs out there already.
Yeah, I guess this is the issue, only having 2 outfielders at your disposal on the power play. He's gone for a deep mid-wicket and long off. Javed Iqbal in that position himself. And just manoeuvring the infielder. Well, now they are going to push back a deep cover, which means they're going to have to bring up that.
Just pushed out towards third man.
Of course, we are out of the power play, so you can have up to 5 outfielders now. Javed Iqbal all over it. He knows exactly how many people he's got at his disposal.
I think Hilly here is going to go over the top on the leg side. He can get hold of it, and I see it straight down to Javed. But there's a bit of a gap over mid-on. If he times it, it's got easy runs. There is a deep mid-wicket, but there's a man at mid-on's on the circle, so there's a big gap over the top of him. It's nicely bowled. Sneak through for a single. It's a good line though, bowled from Bohemian so far. Hasn't been a wide in the innings, not to my recall anyway.
Yeah, it's 2 high standard teams really, so we're expecting a good game. Certainly delivered so far. Bohemian, they'd love a wicket now just to curb this progress of the Kings.
It's that man. He's found him actually. He's Javid Iqbal was coming around to stop it if it went through him at mid-on. Didn't quite get hold of that Hilly. That's the end of the over. Sarab Kakarian this time going wicketless. 19 off his 2. And Kings 34 off 4. I know they'll want to increase that run rate. Still looking okay. Just under 9 and over. But, they've got all their wickets in hand, and there's some firepower coming up as well.
I've got to say, mentioning the YouTube chat, and well, some funny comments in there already about the wind. And Sivakrishna Durnipudi saying the wind seems to take a day off. It seems like it. Later KG1 who said good morning, as well as Sarah Washovo. Jackson Redex watching from Canada. And well, whatever your questions or comments are, please put them in there. We love your contributions. Here's Wasim Sadar.
Good bowling, nice and tight. I mean, very disciplined so far with their bowling, Bohemians. That was a feature of their game last year when they won the Czech Super Series in June, July. They were the best bowling team in the competition. That really got them through. Comes the bowler again, bowling to Hilly. It's down leg side, just been flicked. I think it might have been a leg by. Let's just get one and call a leg by the umpire.
Yeah, I said at the toss I expected that scores might be a little bit higher today, and obviously the Kings are one of the strongest, if not the strongest, batting lineup in the competition. But I think that they'll be eyeing off well over the 3 figures here. But, be aggressive all the way through.
Should start ramping it up soon. Everyone's hit that over the top, and I think that's 4 runs. That's the area that I thought they might target.
Yeah, well, the fielder was in off the boundary. Obviously trying to stop the 2, but I think Javid Iqbal, who's that long off, was saying to him, well, where are you? You're not in, you're not out. And you see here, would have been in the game to catch this, and he just has to turn on his heels and go back. So not great positioning by Wahida Rahman. Gives up a boundary.
But I have a chat to him and he's still in that position, so I'm not quite sure what he's thinking. Javid maybe he's called a wide.
Maybe first wide. He thinks it's an attacking position, coming in a little bit that maybe he'll get a catch. But
it's very hard.
I mean, get a catch of a ball that's not hit as well. That's probably the thing I'm probably thinking. But yeah, I don't think it made too much sense to have him that far off the boundary.
It's wide again. It's starting to get a little bit loose there from Wasim Khan.
Put the jinx on him, so not pulling any wides. So yeah, well, it's been a little bit loose, but let's look at this run rate at the moment. Going to get to the 100 above. I think they need to see some big shots. Let's not forget they've still got the beast in the shed. Not really required as yet, as these 2 have stuck around, but just dipping below the 10 and over mark. They need to get up there and above.
Yeah, they've got some other big hitters in the team as well. This one's just prodded down the backward square leg for a single. Lakshmi Selvan is also a very big hitter of the ball.
Yeah,
and Kushal Mendon as well can hit. He's very bottom-handed, but he does power it through. And we've seen a couple of big 6s already from him in the tournament.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, sport for choice, really. PCC Kings in a lot of ways. People have them as the front runners in this tournament, defending champions.
This one's been hit straight, cut off there, and we'll just get the 1.
It's the single. And Richard Platt in the chat as well, saying, come on, let's see that run rate increase. He's hunting some runs as well. And, knowledge reduced cost, says. Batsmen like Sayre should open and play more balls in T10. Maybe they don't mind in this game. There's came in maybe a bit weaker than usual. Just disagreeing with opening with Halal. So it's an interesting opinion.
That's hitting to the gap for 4 runs. I think they're still going at 9 and over, and they've lost no wickets. So I think they've laid down a very good platform, the Kings. You don't have to hit a 6 and out just to prove that you can hit a 6 in this game. You can still build an innings, and that's what I think they're doing here. If you look at Arun, he's now 33 off 18. Hilal is just giving him the strike. And I don't think it's a bad innings from Hilal yet either.
Yeah.
And he can go as well. He can really go. It's just maybe not timing it quite as well early in the season.
One of the things as well, with if you were to open with a batsman like Sadesh, is you risk him getting out early, and then you don't have him at your disposal at all. I guess that's a calculated risk. Exposing your most destructive batsman to the new ball, and maybe the best bowler of the other team. Something to think about. Here's Ravi Bist.
Outside off stump, not called wide. Ravi is hittable. He's bowled okay this tournament though. And the other thing is, I don't think there's going to be that much swing. The wind really is pushing it from the opposite side to what it was all week, so it'll favour the outswings a little bit. It's just been pushed out for a single. But at the same time, there's no humidity really around.
Yeah.
So it should keep nice and straight. And even though there might be a bit of movement off the pitch, if you hit through the line, there's a lot of runs, I think. And I think we'll see it.
I think so. Occasionally a bit of extra bounce in the pitch, I think, which is good for the bowlers, but batsmen also use that.
Big swing and a miss then from Arun.
You see a conscious shift in gears now from the Kings batsmen at the crease. They know they've got a good platform for themselves here.
He's being the skipper also. I think he's got the tactic in his mind now to have a bit of a hit. That's wide outside off stump and called a wide. And he knows he's got these. I think that was the tactic, is to not take too many risks, take the odd boundary. You know, they're still going at about 9 a ball. Sorry, 9 and over. 9 a ball would be good. 9 and over.
9 a ball.
It's short. Didn't quite get hold of it. Might be enough though. Bit of an inside edge, and it's 4 runs. You can see the ground's playing a lot quicker than what it has been. It's much easier conditions for batting as well. Much more comfortable. Just a slight breeze to cool things down. It's not too warm yet.
Yeah. Well, it's not too warm just yet. We'll see how warm it gets later on. Expecting a maximum temperature of 27. Brings up the 50 as well for the PCC Kings in the 6 over.
This one's outside off stump. It's hit through the gap, and it should be 4 again, and it is. He found the gap, Love, in a very nice manner there. Arun beat the infield, and then it was too wide for the man on the boundary to reach it.
Yeah, again showing the difference in the conditions compared to last week. This one right into the teeth of the breeze last week. If anything, wind's just blowing a little bit right to left at the moment. Just a gentle breeze. Field quickened up significantly.
Just flipped onto the leg side just for a single. There's a big gap out there. They are. What are they looking for? It's the fielder they're backing up. There's a big gap out there. There is a man there sort of in between long on and cow corner, more towards the cow corner area. But then there's also a deep square leg. So you can see the plan here from Javed. Bowl outside off stump.
Into the over as well. So 58 for no loss after 6. So they're still around about that 10 and over mark. And Keanu, just talking about the outfielder position, he made a good point as well. He thinks it's okay to bring the outfielder in a little bit, defend the 2, make the batsman hit it over. So it's a bit of an attacking move. I just thought maybe even so he was even a little bit too far in. Could have still been a few metres back and still defended the 2. But I mean, I do like that, trying to force the batsman into an error, taking the fielder on. If they're good enough to hit it over them, then so be it. But it's like we're going to see Saqlain Mukhtar coming into the attack now in the 7th over.
Javed has come very straight here. Is still long off, but it's almost a straight hit. This one's been hit to the man out there. It's just a single. They'd have to run it well there. If they hit it decently to that man, there's still only a single. And just then it was creeping towards him. Probably may have come back for a 2, but it wouldn't. Very, very risky. Here comes the bowler again, bowling to Hilal. He's hit that into the gap, and he's done well, the fielder. I only get 1.
Yeah, it's one where they've had 2, and that's another thing. You can be quite aggressive, knowing you've got those resources as a batting team still. Not whether they're 10 wickets in hand, you can take on those second runs, I think, a bit more often than usual.
Let's just dab down to the gully area for single. Yeah, they need a couple of boundaries here. They had a couple in the last over, but they've only got 3 overs after this. They would like to have got Sudesh in earlier, but these two are looking okay. Just need to take a few more risks, I think, for me. Just pushed out to the point for a single.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hello to Georgios Mentis, who's watching from Greece. Says, love to cricket, fellas, from Greece. Greece, that's another place I'd really like to take the European Cricket Series at some point. And, well, put that on the list for me. And we are doing a bit of information throughout the day about exactly where we'll be going over the next few weeks.
Yeah, I think Corfu is one of the centres of Greek cricket, and it'd be nice to head to Corfu for a series. This one's hit straight. Javed Iqbal comes around and does well. They only got 1 though. I think it's poor running for me.
Yeah, again, you can't afford to be aggressive, knowing if you do lose a wicket, it's not the end of the world. You've got 3 overs left. You've got a lot of batsmen. They're probably itching to get out there. That is the end of the 7th over. It's 64 for no loss.
Yeah, they're still going at 9 and over. They have to ramp it up. There's only 3 overs left. I don't think Bohemians have got that much of the batting compared to Kings. But if the total's under 100, I think they'll back themselves, Bohemians.
Yeah, they will. This is where we're going. Just to mention some of the countries over the next few weeks. We're in Germany. And 2 separate series in Germany. Then we'll be in Malta. Then England for the first time. That's exciting stuff. Stay with us. Our journey across the continent. Here's Javed Iqbal.
Speed forward, just drag behind him. That'll be 4. Just going down the hill there. Just got a bit too full on the legs. Didn't get hold of it as well as you'd like to there, Hilal, but got enough bat on it.
Yeah, well, it's a welcome boundary. They do have the fine leg in the circle because they do have their 5 outfielders out in other positions, so that's one I can understand them sacrificing. But you can see that once it gets away from that man, the ball races away to the boundary using the pace of the bowler. Javed Iqbal.
Outside off stump, not called a wide. It's a close one.
Touch and go, I think. I'll just flirting with that side wide line. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that was swinging away from him. I think
probably one he might have missed. Doesn't miss too many. Joe, very good umpire. Again, that's an indication line as well. It's not a hard line, so just considering that the batsman's stroke and positioning, decided that one wasn't worthy of being called. So, well, a bit of luck for him, I think.
Comes in again, but not to Hilal. It's a ball, good line and length. That's exactly where he wants it. It's a clever bowler, Javid. As a skipper, I'm sure that's the plan, is to bowl outside off stump. There's a little bit of cover on the leg, but 4 men out there. In fact, only 3 men out there, mainly still positioning on the offside. Lee comes around again. And just gets a single, couldn't quite get it away.
Picked down the man this time. And so I wonder, will they even take a wicket, Bohemian? It's been very assured stuff from the PCC Kings.
See Sudesh out there, he's pacing. It's like they're trying to...
Being a number 3.
They've leashed him up.
He's exactly right. Start barking like Charlie out second. Very keen.
So good ball, beating him outside off stump. Getting a nice little bit of shape there, Javid.
It's been a good over, hasn't it? Apart from that first ball, which was whipped down to the leg side boundary. It's been really good dot, 1 dot since that first 4. See if he can close it out though, the all-important last ball of the over. Ball's only given up 5 in this over.
Down leg side, they'll take a single. Good over in the context of this game there from the skipper, Javid. I'm sure they'll take the last over as well.
Yeah, good death bowling. It's the end of 8 overs. It's 70 for no loss, and now even that 100 is looking a fair way off. Despite not losing any wickets, the fact that the highest scoring over in the innings so far has been 13 in the 5th, 47 at the halfway mark. I would say probably on target. It's hard to say, isn't it? Because it could be, they do have players that can hit clumps of boundaries. Probably the Beast is number 1 on that list. But you're going to have a good over from Javid in the 10th, I'm sure about that. So perhaps we're looking at a score around 90, something in the 90s. Probably my prediction from here, but so we're going to bring back Lachlan Mukhtar. See why? Because the 7th over only went for 6. So he can deliver again in the 9th, but it's going to be party time now. I think we're going to see a lot of shots played. Only 12 deliveries remaining.
They need to play shots because they get stuck around 85, I think, or even 90. I think Bohemians can get this target comfortably. Just,
false start. But, let us know in the chat, how did you spend your Sunday? I can tell you this morning a few things we got up to yesterday.
Good hold of that Arun, good bowling. Saw him come down the track and he threw it in a little bit quicker there, Suckland.
I mean, can you imagine an innings where the Beast doesn't make it to the crease? Seems hard to imagine, doesn't it? Charlie Iqbal won't mind. He's fielding in front of us at the moment.
We'll have another game after this. A little bit after this, the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings.
It's just been head out to point for a single.
Kings play first and third match today. Even the Bohemian team playing back-to-back matches up front. So Bohemians a bit of a mixed start to their tournament. Lost their first 2, won their second 2. Had a good comeback win over Vinarati after Vinarati won over them on the first day.
Yeah, they're a good side. Not quite sure why a couple of the other players haven't come in yet. I know they were quarantined, but nicely taken 2 there. Keanu's right. That man would have definitely cut off the 2 if he'd been in shorter, but he's saving runs out there. So if they get hold of it, the Kings batsman, then and he's in, it's definitely going to go for 4. It just needs to be a little bit wide of him.
It's just interesting how really been that acceleration in this innings. I think it's got a lot to do with it. Good bowling at the back end of the innings from Bohemians. And Mukhtar and Iqbal kept things really tight.
As I mentioned, Bohemians are very much a bowling team. They're bowling to a plan and they're bowling very well. It's been a couple of wides, but generally been around that channel. It's hit back to the bowler who didn't quite get the foot down. Should have used his hands.
I think probably could have. And just be a single though. Boundary's drying up. Hello to Terry, who's watching. Connor, hope you're going well today. It's great to hear from you, and appreciate all your hard work. And to everyone at Czech Cricket for their support of this tournament.
Straight, should just be a single as well. Didn't quite get hold of it. Chubbard comes in, they'll look for 2 and just missed the stumps. Only cost him a single. To be honest, I wouldn't have wanted that wicket. I'd keep these 2 out there.
I was just thinking the same thing.
I mean, it's only an over, but he can still take 20 off at the beast.
Yeah, look, he could. I mean, he could come in and backfire as well, but you're right. These 2 hitting it badly, but it just feels a bit more protectable, even with it quickening up today.
It's good bowling, yoga length, just be a single.
So that's why I'd probably... sounds crazy. It's I'm always pushing through every time. But, well, it's pretty good over in the end. And, well, it's been good stuff from Bohemian, just to restrict. Over went .12, 121. So 77 for no loss. Just 7 off that over.
Yeah, really good over there from Saklan Mukhtar. I don't know. I think regardless of what happens in this this last over, they're only 70 odd. The Kings, and it's just not enough runs for me at the moment.
It's been a strange little innings, isn't it? Saklan Mukhtar just greeting from Talia.
And Oki. It's been mishit again, and they should just get a single from it.
Yeah, Oki's just keeping an eye on things as well. Nice day with the dogs yesterday, didn't we? Had a bit of a walk around Prague. You showed me a few things.
Yeah, it's good fun. Ended up at Letna Beer Garden. For those who know it, it's a beautiful view of Prague up there. And,
pretty nice steep hill as well.
Very steep hill. So again, it's not been hit that well by Hilly. Let's be a single to that man out there. It's
just
way to Rayman out there.
Their last boundary was that one off Jarvid's first ball of the 8th over. So that's 13 balls without a boundary.
It's just tucked around the corner as well and just be a single. Not enough runs for me here.
Yeah, it's a tough one. They wanted to be aggressive, but also Jarvid bowled well to them. Just a bit of instinct taking over on Ashokan, circumspectly tucking away for a single. But maybe it's the time to try and whack every ball from 4 or 6.
Sort of trying, but it's been very tight bowling. Just hit that down the ground and Saklan will field. Just again another single.
I'm going to try for a second. So tell you what, you do so many games, some are just a bit strange. This is one of the strange ones where you can see there it's hitting the ball hard, being aggressive, but it's just been really good defense from Bohemians in preventing the boundaries. We haven't seen a Maximo in the innings. We've seen 9 fours, but no 6s. Only singles in the last over so far. 2 balls remain.
Get out to Saklan again. He might take the catch. He's dropped it, and it'll cost him an extra run. But so I don't think he'd be too upset there. Jarvid cut off the boundary.
Get 2, and even if you caught that, the batsman crossed, so wouldn't have seen the beast face the delivery. Looks like he won't, because only a ball remaining now.
He's taking his pads off. Not very happy, I don't think.
You
if he takes it out on the...
Wish you on your teammates. It's a really interesting one. Here's the last ball of the innings, 83 the score.
Just little bit straight. They'll get down to that man, and then they've just jogged through for a single.
Frustration from the Kings really in the end, but really good defensive bowling. You see the last 4 overs going for 6, 6, 7, 7. So only 26 off the last 6 overs. No acceleration at all for the Kings, and they're going to finish this innings without losing a wicket. 84 on the board, and we have seen a team